All aboard, welcome aboard, and welcome back. I am Callie Jack. This is How Not to Game with Callie Jack. And this is our Pak128 first honest try. And these are the wrap-up episodes today for this. We're going to turn off the bankruptcy protection. So the question is, will the companies make it? It's a good question, too. Turning off our station coverage for a moment. Getting everything set down. And we do have a crowded station. And it is mostly that we need to take and add a few extra trains. And we're going to see what we can do about adding those trains. Or upgrading the trains that exist. And that took care of that one. So we do need just to see a few more trains and see the trains actually be a little bit faster. And because of that, we'll take a look at our tracks. We got 100 click an hour tracks out here. So that's about as fast as that train there can go. I just can't really think of much to do other than to maybe straighten the tracks. We do have an awful lot of zigzag sections here that maybe we should start taking out. As it makes it to passing soak. Headed down to Britain. All of our vehicles seem to be running smoothly. We do have a waiting going on for load at the new pit line. And the best thing I can think of there is it might just be time to take and do the one thing that can boost production easily for us, which is to see, with a minimum of investment, how fast we can put some power into it. Baseline's doing wonderful. Not all of our setups are going good. Each of the coal mines has sort of had some tough days. So we're going to look along the lines and see what we have that we can start serving to try and expand service with a minimum of effort. These guys go down to that glass mill that goes into the dairy. Goes to that dairy. They both go to the far dairy. That's interesting. What do we got here? A car dealership. We got two sand quarries. I did decide to look in on this one. He's got a 100-mile-an-hour track too. really don't know what to do left to take and try to improve Jack's Calico cartage and rails finances, other than I guess we can start looking at things. The trolleys are definitely one option. These guys are the original trolleys in some cases the second flight trolleys. And Sheffield's where most of the problem is at. So let's go down to Sheffield. Which is our longest, deepest run down. And taking a quick peek, whoops, we had the T103s, which can pack 54 passengers. We're running about half full. So I'm kind of looking them over and trying to see which ones might be the best. As I don't see us going much beyond 1970, this might be a good way, but I think this would be a better way. 65 versus 60. You know what? This is going to be what we're going to do. We're going to retire those out on the field. We're not going to bring them back in because, frankly, these guys are all in desperate need of a little bit of TLC. Telford trolley could use an upgrade too. We can go back up there and do him. Get a new core trolley going. And retire this guy once he's empty. New road vehicles dropping in. And then one more because we have the Chef West. And the Chef West, same thing. We're going to go on to him. Find that older, more troublesome one and tell him to retire. All right, and look at our Telford trolley. Which never really took off as well as I would have liked. Switch to my reading glasses here. Telford trolley. Start him and retire the T113s. No, we should go back down to here because there is the Eastern trolley in Telford or Sheffield. I totally forgot that the chef had the Eastern trolley, and we're going to clear him out. And head over to Wakefield. And over here at Wakefield, we do happen to have just the red car, and we're going to replace the red car. with a slightly more expensive car, unfortunately, but I really hate to say this, the red car is just not doing as well. It's an old T103, and it has gone to the no good zone, so we're going to put this guy onto the red car trolley. Whoops. And start. Sell that one. And this guy out here gets retired in the field. It's leaving us with just the Hastings Manor and the Oxford Station. So let's go to Hastings first. And the Hastings Core Trolley is making money. And it is a T104. Which is going to take and go shortly, so I'm not going to mess with him. We are going to look at the Manor Trolley. And the Manor Trolley I think we're just going to leave him out there. Slow and old as those 103s and 104s are, Hastings is going to be left alone. Oxford's already upgraded to something. Okay. Let's go back to our lists. What do we got in the way of buses? None of the buses are, only a couple of the buses are making money at the moment, or on the road routes. But again, I have always viewed road routes as loss leaders. They feed into the moneymakers. Might be a bad choice, and it might be something I need to start looking into down the road as my route design and changing route designs more often. Coming into here, we've got a couple of remaining vehicles to take and do some replacements on. And we're just going to tell this guy to retire, but only after I take a peek at something. He's got 5 boxes. Okay. So again, we're going to do the same thing we were doing. We're going to look for the Maryland and the Yankee to be our saving grace. Get us some boxcars. Doing a 6 run instead of a 5. And we'll do with 5 still. And that's on the 29 ox. For tip glass, start him. And you get to retire. Then we got the bottle bustler. And that's the one that's got the older cars that we're just not going to worry about. A lot of red lines, that's the problem. A lot of lines that just are not making money despite the best thing we can do. Let's take a look, because the Mighty Duck has been replaced by, I believe, the Donald Duck. Yep. So that would be $355. And he is $282. So I'm not too thrilled with that, either of these guys. I'm going to leave the Mighty Duck out there. Because frankly, the old Mighty Duck is still good for another year. So now we need to just find something that will make us some money. We're not getting enough passengers to here. Telford and Peterborough, but we should be getting plenty. Do we need to up the service? I'm going to take and adjust the trotter. Take him down to a 50% run and let him run. Basingstoke is a good spot to do an upgrade. I think if we put some buses in here, which we never did, we meant to. What do we got there? 28. Oh, baby. The cruiser is our baby. Cheaper to run. Nice. Okay, let's get some bus stops out and run our lovely little run here. Kind of spent too much money on that road, but oh well. Getting everything lined up as best I can here. There's the Y bus. And then we're going to do another bus that's going to go from Duck Lane down to here, down to here, down to there. There we go. And with those, we should be doing a lot better. And that is something to start considering as we put out a pretty pricey bus. Can we, by saving a few cents, figure out who we've got? Let us go to our vehicle lists. We want to go to road. Filter for passengers. And I think this is something that we can do. Oh, yes. Let's go on over to Wakefield. Where's our depot here in Wakefield? There it is. Okay, so we need that on the anti-trolley bus. And retire that guy. Any other buses here in Wakefield? The sheriff bus. You know what? That got me a question. How many did we have on that? Okay. Nottingham Sheriff bus, okay. Exeter. What bus do we have in Exeter? And we're coming back to the roads. Oh, Wakefield did have the South bus. We can get rid of that. And then put out a cruiser onto that line. A little bit cheaper. Did we launch him? No, of course not. Exeter. The Exeter Loop is a well, that bus should be able to keep up as far as I'm concerned. Next town down the line, Wolverhampton. Main Streeter again, that's going to be the same thing. 42 cent RBJ. No, we're not going to upgrade from 42 cents. If he's not making money, he's not making money. There's not much we can do in Wolverhampton without a lot of slowing down. Go down the road a ways, and next stop would be Nottingham. There we go. Nottingham, we should have the sheriff bus and the Sherwood shuttle. All right. And both of those are on. Sherwood shuttle's on a bus that'll not lose as much. This guy is that $7 bus that we need to get rid of. And we need to put this onto the sheriff bus. There we go. Unfortunately, those are some far out dispatches, so it's going to take them a bit to get to where they go. And then finally all the way down here at Leeds. And in Leeds, I don't think we ever dispatched buses. I think that's part of the problem. Oh my goodness. That was brilliant. Let's solve this. Nope, we had the leaper. Okay. Hi. You're going to retire. And you were putting out a Leeds leaper. There we go. Well, that one, the twin coach. We still had a twin coach out on the line. Yeah, we need to come over here and solve this. All right, where did we have our bus depot here? Oh, that's right. We were doing the long dispatch, weren't we? That's part of our problem here. Well, $40 passengers and it's full to half full. Boy, 63, 66 handles 80. Yeah, that's our answer. It'll mean no service on that line for a little bit, and then this guy's full up. We need to put something a little bit better onto him. I mean, he only carries 30. Let's put the airport shuttle bus onto the Petersboro Whitrock line. Whitrock line. And I think we're actually going to put 2 of them. And we'll see how fast they fill up. Oh, they're filling up. That's perfect. That might actually turn us a profit, but I doubt it. There is a bias against the road. I really hate to say this. A whole bunch of things and ways came into line with 1970. And now if we go through Meridian Marauder. And he is losing, but not much. I mean, $100 is not that bad. Turn profit. He actually does turn a profit every once in a while. Just not enough to overturn it. That's our problem here. 100-kilometer track. I really don't see many more good ways to upgrade him, but let's take a peek and see which trains might be available that would do better. The Meridian Marauder, he's 120. We could upgrade the rail. That would do, but at the same time he's expired out. We kind of want to be in that cheap class. I don't think we've got too many in the cheap class. Yeah, even a two-car Donald Duck or Mighty Duck won't take and do. You know what might is a Haru, but he's still going to be slower. I think I'm going to take the risk with a Haru. He's not running the full 199. So I think I said 160 on a two-car, put him out as the new Meridian Marauder. We're going to tell this one to retire when it hits the end of the line. Check schedule. Oh, hey. Wrong depot. We need to go all the way up to Leeds, to the depot at Leeds. And do this here. One Meridian Marauder launched away. Alright. That leaves us just this guy with the double gremlins, and he's a good one to go ahead and tell him to retire. And Round Rock's a good spot to dispatch a new guy from, or Round Lake, I mean. And you know what? Perfect. So that's the 13. And he's just pulling away from which rock? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, who else has Expired vehicles. Besides the zipper. Oh, well, now there's a set. The old ugly duck. Let's upgrade him to a mighty duck. And I do not see a need to have him at full throttle, so we're going to do 63 Coastal Spa Sprinter. 282, that's going to be a 26-cent savings a click. And we should start making some money down the road. This is just a bottle bustler, and the bottle bustler was just the things. That collier's just not moving enough. The boss. I just don't know what to do about the Grand Boss. The Grand Boss either makes money or it loses a ton. And when we look at our chart, it's been losing a ton for quite some time now. We're going to leave it. And this has been episode 79. Next episode up is episode 80 and then 81. At the end of 80, we are going to turn off bankruptcy protection. And episode 81 is going to see how things go. Episode 80 will be the final tweaks to try to get them profitable. I'm Kelly Jack. Have a better day than I'm having. This has been episode 79 of the Pak128 First Honest Try, as we wrap up the first honest try and decide what we're going to do for a second honest try.